Peace be with you. Dear friends, welcome to Living Flame Podcast website and Facebook group. Gospel reflections for Thursday in the second week of Christmas. Gospel according to John chapter 1 verses 35 to 42. In this gospel passage we find in verse 35, the very beginning, this is a moment for us to understand how the followers of John the Baptist turned towards Jesus. These were not followers of Jesus, they were followers of John. These are two of John's followers. They had received John's baptism. John has been telling them about the Messiah, and now he is about to say, "Hey, this is the guy I have been telling you about. He has finally arrived, and now I want you to meet him in person." We can find unselfishness on the part of John, because right from the beginning we have heard that how he was very clear in his mind that he was not the Messiah, he was not Elijah, he was not the prophet. He knew that he was only preparing the way for Jesus. And that is why he was not at all embarrassed or confused or jealous about Jesus coming. And therefore he introduced them. Apparently, the introduction worked out very well. They basically said, "Please, to meet you, Jesus." And then the Bible says, right then they followed Jesus. The groundwork for this decision had already been laid, and they immediately became disciples or followers of Jesus. This was Andrew and another man named John. And obviously, it was not enough for them to just to hear about Jesus. They wanted a personal introduction. So they got one and then they began to follow him. Literally, they were walking behind him, following him ever, following him closely. It's a strange feeling. You want to turn and ask them a question. "Hey, why are you following me?" And that's the kind of what Jesus does. Jesus turns to them and says, "What are you looking for? If you have any motivation, then you should have talked to me, but you are just following me. What are you looking for?" There is perhaps not a bigger question Jesus could ask of us than this. What are you looking for? Today he would ask, why did you come to this service? Why have you come to the church today after a long period of silence? What are you looking for in life? Very often we are disturbed by these questions. The fundamental thing is, in following Christ, there is going to be a guarantee. There is a time for a decision. Jesus says, you have to come and you will see. That is in the verse 39. Take your time. Ask what you want. But do make up your mind. John and Andrew are apparently the kind of guys who don't move quickly. They like to investigate and then decide. Now for John the Baptist, his mind was already made up. He had already crossed the line from unbelief to belief. For some, it happens quickly. For others, it takes more time. What matters is that we do it. We take the step. First, he invites us to come and see, then investigate, make a decision. And so they did. They took the right decision. Notice they asked Jesus where he was staying. Remember, Jesus said that he had no place to lay his head. He was basically homeless, going from place to place, asking people to come and see. So who knows where he took them that day, but the Bible says they stayed with him until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, once we have asked our questions, done our investigation, taken that first step of faith, he says, now it's time to speak up. That is when he gives them the final invitation. Come after me, and I will make you fishers of men. Dear friend, this gospel passage will certainly provoke us to renew our commitment to Jesus. So if we have been a little bit lazier in following Jesus, this is a wake-up call from John and Andrew. They became true disciples of Christ. They followed him faithfully. Let us then ask the Lord today in a very special way to inspire us to understand the meaning of the call of Jesus. We follow him, we see where he stays, and then we become his disciples. God bless you.